What is up, everybody? Watt007 here, back at it again with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links leak video. Today's leak video is going to be awesome because today we're going to be talking about some brand new card rewards for 3 characters that just got confirmed for Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal World. YUMA, BRONK, and TORI all got confirmed in the Duel Links leaks today, and we're going to take a look at some of their drop rewards that we can get when Zexal World comes out in like 12 days. So if you guys are excited for some Zexal World content, you know what to do. Leave a like on the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more Duel Links content. But without further ado, let's go take a look at all these new gate drop rewards for all these 3 Zexal World characters that just got confirmed. Now, big shout out to Duel Links Meta for posting these leaks right here. And the reason why today's video is just going to be me reading off a Duel Links Meta like this is because I do have work in a couple hours, and so that I can get this video out to you guys in a reasonable time, I got to make the video like this, unfortunately. But today we're going to take a look at this stuff. As you guys can see right here, we have some pretty spicy rewards, and yeah, let's just go take a look at all this cool stuff right here. Let's start off with YUMA first, and then we'll go to BRONK, and then we'll go to TORI right afterwards. Let's get into it. So the first card we're gonna take a look at is Gagaga Magician, a UR drop card that we can get when YUMA is in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links in the gate. It's a level 4 dark spellcaster effect monster that states once per turn you can declare level from 1 to 8. This card becomes that level until the end phase. You can control one Gagaga Magician. This card cannot be used as a synchro material monster. This card has 1500 attack and 1000 defense. Now, this is not a surprise that one of YUMA's gate rewards is gonna be Gagaga Magician. He uses this card all the time in the show, so it's awesome to see that we're getting this card in Duel Links now. This is just sick. And yeah, it's a really cool card because you can adjust the level of it accordingly to help you go for some XYZ summons. So if you have a level 3 monster on your field and you have Gagaga Magician on your field, you can switch Gagaga Magician to level 3, go for a rank 3 play. And yeah, if you just have a lot of monsters in your game that can just special summon Gagaga Magician onto the field, there you go. And one random thought that just popped in my head that's kind of funny is that if you're playing Gagaga Magician and Dark Magician, you can actually switch this guy's level to level 7 to then go for a rank 7 play if you special summon this guy with Magician Navigation. Now, in most situations, you wouldn't summon Gagaga Magician, you just summon 2 Dark Magicians, but you never know when you ran out of Dark Magicians in your deck, and then you Magician's Navigation into 1 Dark Magician and then a level 4 Gagaga Magician. That's just a random thought that popped in my head, though. There's probably going to be some other cool combos that you can utilize to special summon this guy from the deck or with another monster and then just adjust his level to go for a certain rank play you want to go to. But yeah, really cool card. Next up, we're going to take a look at Gogogo Golem, another card that YUMA used all the time in the show. This is a level 4 Earth Rock effect monster that states once per turn, this defense mission card cannot be destroyed by battle. This card has 1800 attack and 1500 defense. A classic card right here. Now, unfortunately, this card will probably get used in like some stall decks and whatnot instead of its actual purpose of just staying around on the field long enough to go for a rank 4 play into Utopia. But as you guys can see right here, it's a card that YUMA used in the show. Not a surprise that he's getting added as like a unlock card for YUMA. Love to see it right here, that is for sure. I genuinely do, so that's awesome. Now, the last gate card we're going to talk about for YUMA that got leaked is this SR card called Tempo, the Percussion Djinn. Probably completely butchered this card's name, but yeah, besides Utopia, one of YUMA's like XYZ monsters that he always went into are these like little like low rank Djinn cards that always like played with the band and whatnot. That was like an archetype that he uses a lot, so I'm not surprised that he does have this card. I'm gonna guess he did use this in the show too, but I personally don't recognize this card, so let me know in the comment section down below on like what episode YUMA used this card in the show. This is just a type of card to me that is just not that iconic, so that's why I don't remember it, but he probably used it multiple times. I just don't remember. Anyway, so this card is an Earth rank 3 Fiend XYZ monster that states you need 2 level 3 monsters. So essentially you need 2 level 3 monsters on your field, and then you can stack them on top of each other to XYZ summon it into Djinn. This card states once per turn during your player's turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, then target 1 face-up XYZ monster your opponent controls, detach 1 XYZ material from that monster, and if you do, all Djinn monsters you currently control gain 500 attack. This card has 1700 attack and 1000 defense. Now, this XYZ monster doesn't really like make me go, whoa, this is insanely broken, because it really isn't. The effect itself isn't too shabby because you can send one of your XYZ materials to the graveyard to then get rid of one of your opponent's XYZ materials, and that could help you from stopping your opponent to go into certain abilities with your XYZ monster. But then again, I feel like especially once Zexal World comes into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, we're gonna have a lot better options than this guy right here, so it is kind of whatever. But yeah, no, if you do pop this card's effect, you get rid of one of your opponent's disease materials, and then on top of that, you get this card 500 attack. So therefore, this card will go to 2200 attack, which is all right. It's an all right amount of attack, nothing too crazy, but still cool. But still, yeah, there's not really much going on when it comes to this card, in my opinion. Now, I will say though, one thing I really do like about this Xyz monster though is that it is a very generic Xyz monster to summon into. Because one of my fears when Zexal World comes out into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is that we're not going to have enough generic Xyz monsters in the game. But at least right here, we already have a generic rank 3 monster. So if you have a deck that has a lot of level 3 monsters, and while you don't plan to Xyz summon with it, as long as you have room in your extra deck, you might as well just throw this card in there so that you at least have options depending on how the duel goes. I have a feeling we'll probably get better rank 3s when the game comes out, but still, I like to see that we have generic you know, rank 3 Xyz monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. That's going to be awesome, and I hope that when the box comes out for Zexal World that we get a ton of generic Xyz monsters. I really hope we do. And now that's going to be it for talking about Yuma's drop rewards from the gate. If you're wondering why there's no Utopia right there, that's because what Konami's most likely going to do, this is not confirmed, but what they're most likely going to do is that they're going to lock Utopia in a box and make Utopia attainable through a skill. Those are going to be the two ways that you can utilize the card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links if we're going to compare what Konami did with the release of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World. So when Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World came out, when Yusei was an unlockable character, to get Stardust Dragon without paying any gems or money, you had to utilize the skill to add 1 copy of Stardust Dragon to your extra deck and 2 copies of Junk Sticker onto the deck. I guarantee you Konami's going to do the exact same thing with this world release when Zexal World comes out, especially for the fact that these were Yuma's gate drops where there are only Gagaga Magician, Gogogo Golem, and then his Adujin Xyz monster. So when Zexal World comes out, don't fret, you will still be able to use Utopia. Once you unlock Yuma, there will be a skill that you can get from leveling him up that will give him 1 copy of Utopia and then like 2 copies of, like, I don't know, Gagaga Magician, stuff like that. I don't know, but yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. And yeah, just a heads up on that, on why Utopia wasn't a gate reward in these Zexal gate drops. Now moving on to BRONK and TORI, their UR gate drops are Xyz monsters, and most likely their ace monster that we're gonna see in today's video. So let's go take a look at them. Now before I talk about my thoughts and opinions on this card, I'm actually a little worried if this is going to be BRONK's like ace Xyz monster, because like this card feels so lackluster, and I'd be kind of disappointed if we got a summoning animation for this card compared to some other Xyz monsters. And now thinking about it too, the lineup of only having Yuma, BRONK, and TORI as like 3 characters right away in Zexal World is somewhat disappointing, because like I feel like we need some more hyped up characters than Yuma. I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't know how I feel about only having Yuma, BRONK, and TORI confirmed. I really don't know how I feel about that. I really hope that they do like release 2 more characters when Zexal World comes out, like Shark. Like, I think we really need Shark to make this world hype, because like, don't get me wrong, BRONK and TORI are not bad characters, and it's good to have them in the game. But I feel like that, like, once Zexal World comes out, they definitely need to add 2 more characters that are unlockable to have 5 new characters that are unlockable. Ooh, okay, very weird there. But yeah, I really hope that this is not BRONK's ace monster, because I'd rather have a summoning animation for something else, but whatever, it is what it is. Anyways though, this card is very mediocre in my opinion. First of all, it takes 3 level 4 monsters to summon into this card, and as you guys know with Duel Links, there's only 3 monster zones, so you're going to utilize all your monster zones just to summon into a 2200 machine monster. That's kind of lame in my opinion. On top of that, its effect is also super mediocre, because all you do is just change monsters' battle positions, and in most cases in Duel Links, it's not really that an ability that you're going to really need to utilize. Now it is helpful, but there's like better abilities out there that these cards could have. So while I'm glad this is a generic rank 4 monster, this is not a good one. Like, not good at all. I think that Dujin card that we're talking about earlier is better than this guy. I'm not a big fan of this card, BRONK. I'm not a big fan of this card. Next up, we're going to take a look at Wind Up Honeybee. This card right here is a level 1 Earth Insect Effect monster that states when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a level 4 lower Wind Up monster for your deck. This card has 100 attack and 300 defense. Now, from what I remember correctly, Wind Ups was a very popular deck during the Zexal era in the TCG and OCG, so the fact that Wind Ups are getting added to the game is pretty spicy. Now, all it shows right here is just Wind Up Honeybee, and that's it, but potentially the new Zexal box that'll come out during the Zexal World release may or may not add Wind Up support, and I think Honeybee is actually a really good card for the Wind Ups, depending if we get the other Wind Up support. So that's actually a cool level up reward card from BRONK. Hopefully that we get some spicy Wind Up support in the Zexal World box to see if we can get some new decks into the game, because I definitely want the meta to change a little bit, or not a little bit. I wanted the meta to change a lot when that Zexal World box comes out for Zexal World. But yeah, cool card right here. Not a bad reward from your boy BRONK. Now the next SR card we're gonna take a look at is Waits and Zenmaisures. I don't know how to pronounce this, but this card states target 2 face-up wind-up monsters you control at different levels. Your opponent chooses one of them, and the level of the other monster becomes the same as the chosen monsters until the end phase. Then, if your opponent chose the monster at the lower level, you can draw 1 card. Ooh, this card's actually really good. So if you play this card correctly, you can go for some easy XYZ plays. So for example, if you wanted to go for like a rank 3 or a rank 4 XYZ summon, and you had 2 wind-up monsters on your field at different levels, you would have a level 3 wind-up and a level 4 wind-up on the field. You play this card, and then basically, if your opponent doesn't want you to draw a card, then what you would be able to do is that you get that guaranteed of a rank 4 play, because they're going to choose the one with the higher level, so you don't draw a card, so then you get a guaranteed rank 4 play. So if you play it smart and you're like, okay, I know for a fact I want to go for an XYZ summon of a monster that is a high rank, I'm gonna go for a rank 4 play, and I'm gonna guarantee it because my opponent doesn't want me to draw a card, so they're gonna choose my level 4 monster so I can go for a rank 4 play. That's actually really cool right here. This card is actually really good if used correctly. So I'm very curious to see if windups are gonna see any play in the game, because these drop rewards from BRONK are actually not too bad. Like I said, if we get a new Zexal World box, not if, when we get the new Zexal World box, if it has a bunch of wind-up support, that is good, these support cards right here from BRONK are actually gonna be stuff you're gonna want to farm for. I feel like BRONK's gonna be kind of the same like with Mokuba, where Thunder Dragons and Duel Links was a very powerful deck, and you needed to level up and farm Mokuba for some of the cards to really get Thunder Dragons going. I think the exact same thing is gonna happen right here, where BRONK, you're gonna want to unlock him and get that wind-up support, and then we're gonna get a bunch of other wind-up support in the box. That's kind of my thoughts and opinions. Now let's go take a look at Tori's cards in today's video, and I think this is going to be her ace XYZ monster right here, Fairy Cheer Girl, but this card is going to be available from her farming from the gate. This is a rank 4 Fairy XYZ monster that states you need 2 level 4 Fairy type monsters to XYZ summon into this card. You can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, draw 1 card, and you only can use this effect of Fairy Cheer Girl once per turn. This card has 19 on attack and 15 on defense. So again, I'm kind of iffy on if this is going to be their actual ace XYZ monster, because this ace XYZ monster just feels kind of meh. Like, it feels super meh. I really hope that Konami, when they add BRONK and TORI into the game, that they give them like spicy XYZ monsters through skills instead of these guys right here. I really hope that these UR XYZ monsters that are farmable from the gate are not their ace monsters, because I feel like these cards are so mediocre. Nonetheless, though, it is a cool artwork. I like the artwork of this card. Sadly, it's not a generic rank 4 monster. It is specifically for fairies, but not too big of a deal because its effect is mediocre, where all you can do with this card is to detach XYZ material and draw a card. I'm not feeling this card whatsoever, but still, it's really cool to see that we have some XYZ monsters getting added to the game. Hopefully the Zexal World box gives us some spicy XYZ monsters. I need this box to give us some broken XYZ monsters. I would love to just have some fun, and I would love for the game to just change meta wise due to XYZ summoning. But still, cool card. Nice to see that Tori gets her special little XYZ monster. Very cool. Next up, as an SR card you can farm for from Tori, this card is Mermaid Knight. It's a level 4 aqua effect monster that states while Umi is face up on the field, this card can attack twice during the same battle phase. This card has 15 on attack and 700 defense, so not too shabby of a card. You could probably figure out some cheese combos with this card, combo it with Umi, give it a bunch of equip spells, and just go ham with it. Also, maybe this will hint that we might get a skill from Tori that you get to start off the duel with Umi on the field. That'd be cool to have another Umi user in the game. That'd be cool. Other than that, this card is just what it says. It can attack twice with Umi on the field, 1500 attack. Whoop-de-doo, nothing too crazy, but you shouldn't expect for these gate rewards to be broken anyways, so it is what it is. I'm not too upset about it because, yeah, gate rewards were never like top tier broken anyways. And then the last new leak card we'll take a look at in today's video is Stellarnova Wave. This is a continuous trap card. It states once per turn during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, you can special 1 Teller Knight monster from your hand. Now, I never played Teller Knights before, and I think this is actually for Stellar Knights, I believe. It just, yeah, Stellarnova. I just think it just had that Teller Knight part so you can summon a bunch of cards from the archetype. But this, for what I know, actually could be a potentially good card. But then again, for the top of my head, I don't remember what Teller Knights are. Let me know in the comment section down below if this card is spicy or not. But yeah, that's actually an interesting drop reward from Tori. Very, very interesting indeed. Okay, so that's it when it comes to the brand new gate drops for YUMA, BRONK, and TORI. I'm not really going to talk about gadget arms right here because this card is what it is type of card. You can read it. You can pause the video and read that right now if you want to, if you're a Morphotronic fan. But yeah, these gate drops are very interesting. Now, I'm not surprised by YUMA's gate drops. Like, these gate drops for YUMA actually make a lot of sense, but for BRONK and TORI, I have no clue how I feel about these drops right here. I'm very curious to see if these are going to be their ace monster, or if Tori and BRONK are going to have a skill similar to YUMA where they get a broken XYZ monster that'll get added later into a different box, but they have a skill that states add 1 XYZ monster to your extra deck and then 2 copies of other card into their extra deck. I'm not too sure. I have a bad feeling that these are going to be their ace monsters and we're going to get summoning animations for these 2 cards, which I'm like super about because these XYZ monsters seem very mediocre. But still, YUMA is going to be the most hyped character because he's going to give us Utopia, which is going to be sick. And then if XYZ world, or if Zexal world is going to be the same like GX and 5D's world, we're going to get a total of 5 characters for the release date of GX and 5D's world. So there's still 2 characters that have to wait to get revealed. Fingers crossed that they reveal them during the Tokyo Game Show. If I'm available for that, I'll definitely live stream a reaction to it. But yeah, I'm not too sure. But at the same time, I have a bad feeling too that we only have gate drops for these 3 characters and not 2 other characters. I'm very, very worried about that, because when 5D's world was about to come out into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, we got leaks for like all 5 characters for the world and then some more. Like literally Anatomy got leaked before 5D's world came out. So like, I'm not too sure Konami's like making sure to not leak all their stuff right away to build up hype or whatever the case may be, but fingers crossed that we get 2 more characters soon in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, or 2 more characters revealed for Zexal World soon. I really hope we do. Still, nonetheless, that's gonna be it for today's leak video. Thank you all for watching today's leak video, and if you have not already, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Go to the comment section down below and let me know what you guys think about these brand new Zexal characters. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll go see you guys next leak video.